It's the 2018 Stanley HUT Playoffs. Here are all your content creators taking part in the tournament. I'm going to be going up against ManofTheRitt playing as Philadelphia. They're on the bottom right. We're going to be doing a best of 3 series starting with this video of game 1. If you guys love yourself some franchise mode, I'd highly recommend checking out his channel because he's very creative and innovative with his videos. Often doing fantasy drafts and playing with some now defunct teams such as the Atlanta Thrashers and the North Stars, as he takes you guys through a day in the life of them in NHL 18. In addition to that, check out the content of some of these other content creators. Links to their channels are in the description below. Now check out the pregame information for round 1. First, let's take a look at my team again in case you haven't seen my all-time Penguins team build, at least for NHL 18. I'm running a stacked first line and stacked centers down the middle. I believe James Neal got an upgrade or two since the last time I showed off this build. Recky's probably my weakest forward, unless you count the fourth line, which I'm not going to be using this tournament, but it's here just so I can be under the cap. I had to switch some bronze guys because one of the bronze guys I use apparently isn't a Penguin, but the overall stay the same. Here, Letang got an upgrade or two, so I think he's good enough to be moved to the first line because he's a little bit faster than Schultz, so that's what we're going to do. Carlisle is my worst defenseman, but it's still a pretty solid defensive core for the tournament. On the flip side, ManofTheRitt's Philadelphia Flyers, he has a contractless Giroux, who I'd love to have on my team or on the Red Wings. Let's give him a contract. He's got a bunch of legends on his team. Too bad that's not the flashback Sittler, which could do a lot of work. He also has a Recchi on his third line, which is pretty cool, Battle of the Recchies. He opted to stack his fourth line with James Van Riemsdyk, Nolan Patrick, and Wayne Simmons. That's as good of a fourth line as you're going to get. For defense, he has a solid 2 lines, but his third line with under 80 overalls might be troublesome. Finally, Bobski's in net with Van Beesbrook. Let's get into game 1 as I'm going to be showing off the highlights of this game. Opening draw, he's going to win this face-off and take the puck into my zone. Applying some early pressure on me, he passes back to the point with Timonen, circles around my Kessel, making him look really bad, and takes a great shot in the slot. He tries to give him another opportunity by passing it to him, then passing it back to Yager, then back to the point, but an errant pass breaks up the play. A minute later, we get the puck and we break out for the first time this game with Crosby as he goes in, swings his hips a little bit, then we pass it back to Kessel with a lethal wrister that beats Bobrovsky. He's going to get the first goal for the Penguins of the Stanley HUT Playoffs, and it was a beauty. As we take a look at instant replay, we pass it back to him in the slot and then curve to the outside. And then we shoot it short side past Bobrovsky. And look at this. Look at what's happening under Kessel's jersey. He doesn't even have a body. We are definitely using the ghost of Kessel in this Stanley HUT Playoffs. Shortly after that goal, 4 minutes into the period, he goes for the dump and chase play as Sanderson retrieves this puck, passes it back to the point, and then across to Timonen, who takes another shot, and then the rebound goes to him, but it doesn't make it into the back of the net. He forces a pass, but it doesn't go anywhere. Entering his zone, we do a windmill deke to try to confuse him, and then a pass across to Neal, who can't handle the pass for the one-timer. He's on the power play for another 20 seconds as we try to enter his zone. Doesn't work out. Nice long pass to Sittler, who cuts to the middle, but isn't able to get it past Fleury. Maybe flashback Sittler would have got it through. I don't know. With a burst of speed, we win the race to the puck in his zone. We look for this one-timer. A little slow for Recchi. He covers the puck, but ends up passing it out, so we get it right back with Sullivan. Looking for a play with 10 seconds left in the period. Try to cut into the slot for a forehand shot. Doesn't work out. Again, across to Carlisle, who's going to take a slap shot, but misses the net. And that's 1-0 after the first. He's got more shots and time on attack than me. If he keeps this up, this could be an intense game, an intense series to go along with it. Entering his zone, we break through along the boards and butter our way out of that one. We pass across to James Neal, who doesn't handle it. That's okay. Pass to the middle and then across for a 5-hole one-timer. The play was a beauty, but that is not quite where I aimed it. That's okay, as it squeaks by Bobrovsky. Here he gets a great opportunity with Roenick all by himself, goes off the post. Could have been a 2-1 game. Here we're going to see an interesting little move by Yager, who tries to do a windmill deke. Puck goes off his stick, goes to the magic Ganch, but he gets stripped before he can make a play. Would have been a nice pass from Yager there. But instead, off the ensuing power play, Malkin is going to make it 3-0 as he makes the AI Simmons look like an idiot. Simmons just skates by and has no idea where the puck was that whole time. Alrighty guys, we are going to be using our fourth line this game as I try to get something going with them. We get a lot of pressure on him, including this one timer, but their accuracies are just not good enough to get it by Bobrovsky. Late in the second period, a nice defensive skill stick by me knocks the puck off of him, but he gets it right back, and then a great one-timer by him is keeping him in the game 3-1. Unfortunately, the stats say something different as I have 13 shots now. I ramped up the time on attack, but with that last goal, momentum could be shifting in his favor. That's why I have the puck right now, and I want to end that momentum as I get a quick goal in the third period to start things off. After that, we're going to get the puck, and we're going to try to deke and dangle our way into the zone with a bunch of windmill dekes. Then when Crosby gets it, can we get the windmill deke into the net? No, we could not get that done. Going the other way, he gets a nice pass to Shen all by himself. He tries to curl back, but the defensive skill stick is there to stop him. Back up we go with Recchi. We're going to squeak by him. Do a great one-handed deke, but the shot just a little bit too weak. Let me show you guys just why Carlisle's my worst defenseman, because that puck was going like 1 mile per hour and he could not get it whatsoever. As I'm shitting on Carlisle, we score the goal somehow, some way. We got pretty lucky there. Unfortunate for him. 5 minutes left in the third period. He's on another power play. He gets a great one-timer in front of the net. Then he's going to go behind the net and get another great one-timer as he makes me chase around the wrong side of the net, but unfortunately it was not on the net. We have a fourth liner on the left side in Belarive, or whatever your name is. As we're trying to get a goal with him, he does just that on that empty net. 60-ish overall. Jordy Belarive makes it happen. MVP of this game. It's kind of like Make-A-Wish kid playing with the NHL All-Stars. We just made a dream come true as we try to end the game with another windmill deke into the net. Doesn't happen. Dying seconds of the third period, he gets the puck into my zone, goes through my players, but isn't able to make it past Fleury. 6-1 is your final score, 19 shots to 8, but time on attack, he was able to catch up to me with that. Shows you guys how patient he was with the puck, which was a good thing. Here are the stats for my players and his players. I think after I got that second lucky goal, the one-timer that went 5-hole, things kind of just fell apart for him. But before that, it was pretty much anyone's game as we were both making some great plays, had some great opportunities. He doesn't play a lot of HUT, so it's understandable. But maybe getting a taste of a game against me, he can switch things up for game 2, tie up the series, and potentially go into the second round. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back with game 2 against ManofTheRitt's Philadelphia Flyers.